So let's say you wanted to edit some feature in a part that you've already created. So for example, what if I wanted to make this circular pattern, what if I wanted to make more or less of them? So we can go into the circular pattern based on this first extrusion here. We can right click on it, we can go to edit, edit the feature. So where's that at? Edit feature, here we are. And we can change it from, as you can see, it repeated 5 times. I could change that to maybe 7, or I could make it 7 and then maybe off of 180 degrees instead of 360, and then, well, you can see that has circles and overlap. So then I could change this to 4, and you can see what that would do. And of course, I don't want to do that. I'm going to undo it. But hopefully you can see how you can change and edit a feature. Of course, there's all kinds of things that we could do with this circular pattern to edit it. I mean, you could play around with it if you wanted to. We'll go to edit feature again. And maybe, well, we could change the rotation axis. There's all, I mean, just all kinds of things that you can do when you're playing with it. In fact, let's look at other features that we can mess around with. So let's look at this revolution tool, for example. We could change this. So we can go in and edit the feature itself, or we can edit the sketch. So let's start with the feature. We could change this from 360 degrees around, for example. We could change that to some random angle 9 degrees, and you can see what that is. And then we can make this whatever angle we want. So we can change it to 330 degrees, and you can see what that would do. Well, now it's not going all the way around. It's not revolving completely. Let me undo that, and let me do it again. Let's go back in. Let's see what else we can change. Well, if we go into edit feature, hold on, I gotta find it. Edit feature, there it is. And we can make it a cut instead of a join. And in this case, it wouldn't be a very good cut revolution because, well, it's not really covering anything that's already there built to cut out of. So that wouldn't be a very good example of what we could do. I mean, hopefully you get the idea that you could cut revolution instead of joining. But in this case, that wouldn't be a good idea because, again, there's nothing to cut. Let's see. Well, we could go in and edit the sketch itself. Or actually, you know what? Let's do one more in that revolution. Speaking of the sketch, let's edit the feature. We can change the axis that it's revolving around. So you can see that right now it's revolving around this center axis, the center line that was drawn within the sketch. We could revolve it around this line instead, for example. Let's see what that does. We chose a different axis, and you can kind of see, well, what would that do? By changing the axis, we've edited the feature, and now it's revolving in a different way because we chose a different axis for it to revolve around. And then, of course, you can edit the sketch itself. So you can find the sketch within your browser. Maybe there's an open sketch that we can edit. Or, I mean, hopefully you know how to do that by now. But we can edit a previous sketch. We'll go to edit sketch instead of edit feature. And then we could change some dimension. We could tell this to be 0.06 instead of 0.03. And we could tell this one to be, I don't know, 0.05 instead of 0.07. And you'll see, well, what would that do? Well, that will change the size of those two sketches, right? Or those two revolutions that are based on the sketches. And of course we can undo all of that and make them the correct size they're supposed to be and finish the sketch if we wanted to keep it at the size that it was. But that's how you edit different aspects or different features and sketches in a part.